Alright guys, you're not going to believe what we are doing. I have never seen this before. I'm telling you right now, don't do this at home. Seriously, don't try this on your own.
Don't try it. Don't try it at all.
Don't try it at all. But this is the way we're doing it. But that doesn't mean you do it. You're not going to believe this.
Alright, the engine's locked. We know the engine's locked. We can't turn it. First you have to have the rod journals up or down toward the bottom of the pan in order to get the rods to clear, if you can break the caps loose. So we're working one at a time. I probably spent 3 hours just getting one rod cap loose for this journal here. Then we worked and worked and worked, could not get it down. Piston wouldn't budge. We beat the crap out of it. I mean, we've destroyed hickory wood handles,
wood handles,
everything else. We have beat it to no end. Finally, in desperation,
we've tried everything out here.
Finally, in desperation, I got Big John.
Big John.
Big John. Reach it through there, clear the rod. You can't see it.
I know you won't be able to.
Clear the rod, get it on the piston, which we're going to tear up because they're no good anyway, and just sit there and hammer. And we pop the pistons out.
But yes.
Even then it wasn't easy.
No, it's a very delicate situation because you cannot mess up the cylinder wall.
No, you can't get in the cylinder wall. You can't get into the crank journals. You got to get it positioned just right.
I mean, just right.
And just sit there and work. But that hair hammer right there, Big John.
It did it.
It knocked
because of that vibration.
The heat. I mean, the pressure and the vibration.
It knocked them out, but it's a delicate situation because you had to be so careful. And we've been out here for how many hours now? 2 hours? 3 hours?
No, I got home about 2:30.
2:30? Yeah, maybe
what time is it now?
It is 7:30.
Okay, 4 hours.
4 hours to get out. How many? 3?
5 hours.
5 hours to get out how many?
3? 5 hours to get 3 of them out. One of them loose. It just won't clear because there's not enough room. The connecting rod is going to hit the block. There it is. The pistons are. It's pretty cool. It's got a forged steel crank, I believe. I didn't look at it, but I'm thinking it's forged steel crank. Yeah, it is. It's forged steel crank, forged steel rods. They're full floaters. Well, this one's not.
It's not?
Well, they are, but it's only partially floating. The pin's locked, but there's the locks right there. Anyway, full floaters, forged rods, forged crank, cast pistons. And as you can see, the rings are frozen. They were frozen to the block.
I mean, really.
But the Big John air, excuse me, when all else fails, I think I showed you this one time before, somewhere else. Big John on the job. Big John will get it done.
Okay, he's going to give this one a try.
Get on it or not. I don't want to damage the rod. I can't get the rod cap loose. I don't have a good angle. I don't know. That's what we're trying to get at right there.
Take your time. Just take your time.
I don't know. Yep.
It's moving. It's moving. Moving.
Alright, I gotta make sure I can don't damage this crankshaft. Wrist pin, because the wrist pins are a lot. How much more do I lack? A lot?
About 1.5 inches.
I don't know, that may clear.
Let's look and see what we got here.
You can't see anything.
Can't see a thing.
No, you can't see anything. You got it at the wrong angle and not even close.
Okay, let's get back over here.
I don't know. Try that and see. It's moving because I saw it go.
Try it. Not now. I was just wondering, what would Ellen do if he was in this situation?
Ellen.
Who?
Ellen? Who's Ellen?
Ellen, you know, on the YouTube Ellen.
Alin.
Alin?
Alin.
That's how you pronounce it?
Alin, yeah.
Well, in the South it would be Ellen, wouldn't it?
It's Alin. You and Chef Touch. Yeah, it's Alin.
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 Yeah, he'd fabricate something, I guess.
He would fabricate something, I'm sure.
Yeah, like dynamite.
Dynamite? Maybe so. Just come in. Oops, let's see. Oh, I can't move it.
Here you go.
There you go. There you go.
One more.
Big pull, big pull. There we
One more
go.
piston out of the hole.
He did it. Amazing. What are you doing, having a Krispy Kreme? I mean, Krispy Kreme. What do you call it?
Power minute.
Yeah, power minute with a Krispy Kreme.
Crispy critters.
Rice Krispy
Crispy critters and Cheetos.
It works every time, doesn't it?
Works every time. Real food. Nourishing.
I like your outfit.
Healthful. Health food.
It's very healthy.
Yep.
Gets you through a hard time.
Yep. Okay, I'm not sure what kind of video Tina got last night. I was trying to get these pistons out, but we'll take another view. Actually, she's gone to her parents this Thanksgiving Day. Gonna get stuffed on traditional southern dishes of turkey and sweet potato pie and whatever else the crap that the little country southern girls eat. I'm gonna have a Nathan hot dog for lunch, Coney Island dog for lunch, and tonight I guess I'll fry fish and have Honduran spices with fried fish. But anyway, we're looking down the cylinder, and what we do, get the camera, maybe get my tool here. Where you go? There we are. My impact wrench. Excuse the video, I'm trying to do this one-handed. And basically I'm taking this, shoving it down, making sure I don't hit the connecting rod, the crankshaft, shoving it down into the piston, top of the piston, and then beating it down with his air hammer, Big John air hammer. Or I'll give you another lick. Move this around here. Basically this looks something like this. Stick it down in the hole, make sure we clear the connecting rod, get the Big John hammer and beat the piston out that way. Sure, it's doing some damage to the piston, I don't care. I just want to get the engine disassembled. I'm not touching the connecting rod. Actually, I don't see a lot of damage on the piston. Try this side, see if there's anything much. Yeah, there's some there. Yeah, figure on scrapping the piston out if you do it this way, but you got to do what you have to do to get the engine disassembled. Anyway, no damage to the connecting rod, just beat on the top of that piston. There's plenty of room. If you can see it, plenty of room for the tool to go in there. Clear the connecting rod and just beat the top of that piston, bang, bang, bang away. Okay, here's the setup from the bottom side. Air chill in the crown of the piston on the underneath side. I'm going to set the camera up on the top side. We'll see if we can drive this out and let you see it from the top side view. Alright, I've got a rag protecting the crankshaft. We'll clear the piston, clear of the connecting rod. Let's see if we can drive her home. Watch this piston right here. maybe cooperate. Get another on the bottom side. It's moving. You can't see it, but I can. This one doesn't want to cooperate. Turn the camera off, get a different angle. I'll bring you back in just a minute. Alright, let's try it again. Try it again. I zoomed in on that piston there just a bit so you can get a better look. Let's see if it'll cooperate again, or this time, or make me look stupid once again. I don't know. Come on. You can do this. All right. And there we go. I think I have one more to go, but it's already loose. One more piston out of the hole. We're almost there. Didn't say it was easy. Didn't say it was pretty, but it works. That's all I care. This thing's been a bear. Okay. Some seriously frozen up pistons there. Okay. Oh man. Okay, this is what all that work's been about. All that to get to this. Try to do this one-handed. There we go. Excuse the jerky video, it's the best I can do. And that's one way to do it. I hope that helps somebody. Okay, here's a little trivia. The rod inserts and the main inserts are all GM. They're standard. So I'm assuming that this engine has never been into. And here's the front of the engine. But you noticed Oldsmobile was kind enough to mark the main caps for us. Although the numbers are turned backwards to my way of thinking. 1, 2, 3, there we go, and 4. Front to back. Just mostly for my reference and your entertainment. Since you're not here, Rust Queen, to enjoy all the fun that we are having working on your car, here's your crankshaft. Finally got that monster out. Man, well, what a job. Now I'll show you something else. I told you I'd never worked on Hydromatic before. I always R&R my own transmissions all those years. Well, that's why the torque converter like late model cars, you could have left the torque converter bolted up to the flex plate and pulled the transmission loose. Not so the case with this. It won't come loose. There's a big nut right there with a French lock on it or something, I guess, to hold that torque converter in place. So my idea of trying to remove it earlier, that's why it wouldn't work. All right, let me show you another thing. While we're doing trivia here, 303 trivia. Here's the camshaft. That's about all that's left in the block. And as you can see, I can move it back and forth, but it doesn't pull out from the front like you would normally expect. And I hear some kind of thud, metal to metal sound. So I'm walking around to the back side. Let's see if I can get some light on it. And there's some kind of plate back here. So my guess is possibly that camshaft comes out from the back instead of from the front like you normally do, or there's something locking it in, one or the other. So anyway, we'll pull that cover off and see what we have and bring it back. Well, don't tell Tina, but I was wrong. I tell her all the time. I may not be right, chick, but I'm never wrong. So we don't want to let her know about this secret. The camshaft does come out the front. I pulled that plate off, and as you can see, there's nothing there but a few plugs. It just needed a little persuasion, a little more persuasion than I was giving it at the time. So we have the camshaft out of the hole. We have the hydromatic totally disconnected from the engine block. And other than knocking out the core plugs and I guess the petcocks and a few odds and ends like that, that block is ready to go to the machine shop, as are the heads. So machine shop, here we come. See you guys next week. Got it all cleaned up. Maybe the rust queen, she owes me. She really owes me now. Rust queen, you owe me. Maybe she'll bring me a big slice of that coconut cake she made and cart it out of here for my reward.
No cake.